Okay. So wherever you are, I really hope you're having a great time. I hope you've had a beautiful Monday, a beautiful new week, start of the week. And I'll just give a few more seconds to see, minutes, I'm sorry, to see if anybody else joins in for today's class. So today, as you saw on the description of the class, I will be sharing a core yoga class. This is with the intention to strengthen the core. Many of the postures or even sports, whatever that we do in our daily life, if we have a strong core, it will be much better for our physical health. It supports our lower back and our back. So if you have a lot of back problems, in strengthening your core will really help you with those back problems to give you better posture. And they say that happiness comes from the core. So if we keep our core strong, we'll be happier. That's what they say. We'll see. And also for all of the inversions in yoga, whether you're advanced or you're just beginning right now, having a strong core will help you a lot to align the postures and to really feel it and just feel more steady with it. And there's so many benefits of having a strong core. So this is why I decided today to do this class. If you're a beginner and you're joining me for today's class, don't worry. If you've never done yoga before and this is your first yoga class or perhaps your first core yoga class, don't worry. Just follow along and try to follow along as much as possible. If by any chance you get tired or you feel that your energy, you just need to take a break, always please remember that this is your practice. Make it your own. And a way to rest when we're doing yoga and to just recover yourself and our breath is in child's pose. So child's pose would be keeping your toes together, spreading your knees hip width apart, and just bringing your forehead towards the ground. So if at any moment, at any time during the class today, if you feel that you're getting tired or that you need to take back your breath and just take a break, just go into your child's pose or downward facing dog. That's another one, either downward facing dog or child's pose. And just take a break there for as long as you need to recover your breath, and then you just come back stronger to the practice once again. It's all about the attitude. It's all about wanting to be there. And also another thing that I found is to always push yourself from your comfort zone. So if you're doing today's class, and there are many times that our head and our mind are going to tell us, I can't, this is too hard, no, this is not for me. But you can always just push yourself a little bit longer and say one more breath. I'll just hold it one more breath. And as you go like this, you'll see how you really can keep and hold yourself longer or do things that you thought you couldn't do. And then you end up doing them and say, wow. So it's all about that internal conversation that you have with yourself while you're finding discomfort moments or situations. And this is also not just while we do in yoga practice, but also in life. So I really invite you today to try to go out of your comfort zone and push yourself a little bit more. If you feel that's something challenging, try to see and find. That's the other thing. I'm going to give you options for all of the postures and movements that we're going to be doing today on our mat. So try to always find a variation that you not trying to, when I say go out of your comfort zone, go out of your comfort zone, but really conscious. Like not going out and say I'm going to do the more advanced, and then you'll just have to come out of it because you burned out, your body burned out because it wasn't ready for it maybe yet. So it's better to, and if you want to push yourself and try the harder version of it because you maybe feel that you can go for it. And if it doesn't feel comfortable or it doesn't feel really that you might get injured, because there's a difference between pushing yourself, going out of your comfort zone and pushing yourself in an unhealthy way. So always listening to your body. If you feel that that's not the posture for you today or the variation, just listen to your body and maybe go one level below it and just hold it there. Keep breathing. And that's about it. So with that said, we're gonna get started. All we're gonna be needing today is your mat and a blanket. So if you don't have a blanket like the ones I have there, just grab maybe a towel, whichever blanket that you have home that might work for it to slide, and hopefully you'll have a surface where you can slide it, because we'll be sliding it today. And if not, I'll also give the option, like maybe a static option for you, not to have to slide if you don't have a blanket or a space where you can do it. But hopefully you do, because it's a very good exercises and movements that we'll be doing today with the blanket to understand how our core works and really try to target and just get in touch with all that parts on how to engage our core when we're on our mat or doing whatever exercise or sport that you practice. Okay, so we're gonna get started. On a seated position, just bringing your laps in whatever comfortable position it is, maybe with your knees bent or in Sukhasana, easy pose. Bringing your hands on top of your knees, feeling the gravity pulling your body. Just close your eyes, start connecting with your breath. Within each inhale and exhale, noticing the sensations of the body as you inhale and as you exhale. Noticing how your lungs expand within each exhale and how they contract within each exhale. Observing your thoughts, your emotions, how they flow. Not really getting attached or judging any thought. Just seeing them as clouds passing by, and you're just observing. Take a moment to dedicate this practice to someone or something in your life, something that resonates within your heart and your soul. Setting an intention for this class, for this 45 minutes that will be moving our body and sending all that energy towards that intention. We're right now in the phase of a new moon. It's a moment to set new intentions, things that we want to cultivate in our lives. It is a great moment to do that. So I invite you to really feel and think and just let right now, as you're quiet, connecting to all that you are, for that intention to come and to speak to you from the bottom of your heart. And very slowly, once you've connected with that intention, start opening up your eyes, blinking your eyelids, as if you just woke up. And open your eyes, and start making circles towards one side. Full range of movement, letting that each movement is synchronized with one inhale and with one exhale. And to the other side. Noticing where there might be some sort of resistance. And as you inhale, say yes with your head. And say no. And you're gonna start extending your knees, coming onto your back, and just hugging your knees towards your chest, giving a massage to your lower back, rocking yourself from one side to the other side. Just waking up the body. Maybe this is the first movement that you're doing the day of exercise. We're going to start doing circles with your legs. There's one side and to the other side. And extend your knees, making a 90-degree angles with your legs and flexing your feet. So first I want you to feel the difference of flexing your feet and pointing your toes. And we're gonna do 10 of those. Point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep flexing your feet. And now we're going to start lowering your legs, so dropping your legs towards one side. Inhale up. And as you exhale towards the other side. And just bring them, keep flexing your feet as slow as you can. And inhale back up. Using the strength of your core, of your obliques. I'm going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more for 6. And come back up. Keep flexing your feet. Keep extending your knees. And feel the space in between your lower back and the mat. And feel how that space disappears as you bring your belly in. And now, keeping your feet flexed. Extend your elbows above your head. Your hands above your arms above your head. And just bring them to your toes and lift your head off the ground. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind your neck. And we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting your shoulders away from the ground. Keep flexing your feet. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to start rocking back and forth. All the way onto your knees. And tabletop position. And we're going to start going for cat-cow pose, just giving our spine a little movement. So as you inhale, look up towards the sky. And as you exhale, round your spine. Look for your belly. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cow. And again, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. I'm going to start doing circles. Towards one side, bending your elbows, and be pretending and feeling that you're inside of a peanut butter jar, empty peanut butter jar, and you're trying to scoop all of the peanut butter outside of the jar. And towards the other side. And now we're going to start warming up the wrists. So you're going to start moving and shifting the weight towards one hand and towards the other. So shift it towards the right and then all the way towards the left. Spreading your fingers wide apart feeling the fingertips making contact with the mat. And we're going to start doing circles, shifting the weight backwards to one side and all the way up front and to the other side. Keep breathing. If it's in your practice, your Ujjayi breathing, start connecting with it. And circles towards the other side. And we stay in full force. So now I want you to feel the difference, like not the difference, but to feel how you're gonna be lifting only this part of your palm, the back part of your palm. The 5 fingers are gonna stay in touch and keep plugging them in towards the ground. And we're only lifting the back part of your hands. So we're gonna go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And now we're gonna shift the weight all the way forward, keeping a neutral spine, keeping your belly button in. I'm gonna hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, come back. Release your wrists, move them towards one side, towards the other side. And we're gonna go for warming up also and getting to feel, getting that strength to point our toes. So I wanna kind of explain this and for you to feel it. So you're gonna be, when we sit down, I'm gonna give you my back for a little bit, I'm sorry for that. So you're gonna bring your toes together, and this is what we normally do when we bring our hips towards our feet. We sit and there's like our feet kind of like separate apart, our heels. So I want you to do it now. Just feel that. And the next time, lift your hips away from your heels, and you're gonna bring your heels together, keeping your heels together without them spreading apart, and just like making banana feet. Just keep them straight. Keep pointing your toes, keep your heels together, and now bring your hips towards your heels and feel the difference. If this doesn't happen because you like the mobility on your hip flexors or your knees maybe won't let you bring your hips to completely towards your feet, just bring your hands forward, keep lifting and lengthening through your spine, but keep your toes together, keep your toes together and keep your heels together. And maybe slowly you start bringing your hips all the way and your glutes all the way towards your heels. I'm going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands forward. Lift your hips and start maybe lifting your knees away from the ground, keeping your heels together. And bend your knees, bring them back towards the ground. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees towards the ground. And extend your knees forward. Release. Shake your feet towards one side and the other. Move your feet. And bring your hands forward. Step your feet backwards and lift your heels away from the ground. Downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you want to exhale through your mouth. Say yes with your head. Say no. Start walking your feet forward towards your hands. And slowly start coming all the way up to standing. Last thing that comes up is your head. And we're gonna go for sun salutations. So inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold, bring that hands towards the ground. Step your right foot backwards. Left foot comes backwards as well. Plank pose, and as you exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can do that with your knees on the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push with your feet, your knees away from the ground. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. And as you exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips, and push the ground. Downward facing dog. I'm gonna hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And start walking your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest and rounding your spine all the way up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms. Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana, hands come towards the ground. Inhale, look up. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, place your hands. Step your right foot backwards, left foot backwards. Tabletop position. And as you exhale, bending your elbows, either with your knees on the ground or the full expression of that Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Keep breathing there in your downward facing dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet in between your hands all the way to forward fold. Inhale, come up, so standing. And as you inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, bring your hands towards the ground. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, bring your hands back towards the ground. Step your right foot backwards, left foot comes backwards, tabletop position. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push the knees away from the ground. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Last one, look in between your hands, bend your knees. Step your feet in between your hands, walk or jump. And forward fold, and inhale, come back to standing, Uttanasana. And as you exhale, Samastiti. Bring your right hand towards your belly, left hand towards your heart space, and just feel your breath connect to it. Remember your intention. Inhale, open up your eyes, bring your hands next to your hips, and as you exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot backwards, left foot comes backwards as well. Plank pose. We're gonna hold it here. We're gonna start doing, they're called like scapular push-ups. So it's protraction and retraction. And the only thing that will be moving is our scapulas and our upper back. So on your high plank, just melt your chest and then round your spine. Think cow pose, cat pose, and then cow pose. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push your hips backwards, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. And as you exhale, bring your right forearm towards the ground. Left forearm comes back to the ground. Inhale, high plank. And as you exhale, lower to low plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, forearm plank. We're going to hold it there. And just bring your right knee, level 1, bring your right knee towards the ground. Start sliding and twisting your left foot and open up towards the left, lifting your left arm towards the sky. If that's too easy, then just also extend your left knee. And if that's too easy, maybe you want to bring your left foot, stack it right above your right foot. Keep lifting your hips up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring your left forearm towards the ground, low plank. And we're going to go for the other side. So just look for your variation, either with your knee, one foot on front, or the right foot on front of the left foot, stacked. And as you inhale, lift your right arm towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to low plank. High plank once again, and as you exhale, lift your hips towards the sky. And downward facing dog. You can either take a rest here or go to child's pose. Whatever your body's asking for you to do today, just go ahead and do that. Say yes with your head, say no. Inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring the right knee to your chest, into your hands. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, extend your knee. Exhale, right knee towards the left elbow. Inhale, extend your knee. And as you exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Drop your left knee towards the ground. Inhale, lift your chest up. Anjayanasana. Interlace your fingers behind your back and open up your chest. Look up towards the sky. Keep breathing. And exhale. Frame your right foot. Curl your your toes under. Lift your left knee. And as you inhale, bring the palms of your hand to face the ground. And keep lifting your chest off your feet, off your quad. It's not really resting on your quad, just using and really engaging your core. And as you inhale, lift your arms up. Warrior one, variation with balance. Keep trying to plug in the left foot towards the ground. Keep bending your right knee. And inhale, slide and twist your left foot to face forward. Warrior two, sinking in your hips. And make sure that you're not in the future or in the past. Keep your body centered. What really makes you go lower, it's as you bend your knee and you really sink in your hips. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back and forward fold, bringing the crown of your head towards the ground. Just giving a lot of weight on your hands, as if they want to touch the ground. And that's the intention. It doesn't matter if the crown of your head doesn't really touch the ground. The intention is what matters. So keep lengthening through your spine. Exhale, release, frame your right foot once again. And leave your left hand in front of your right foot. And as you inhale, lift your right arm towards the sky. Twisting from your core. It's what really, as you ground and you plug in and you root yourself to rise with your left hand. Keep twisting your core. Keep engaging it. And exhale, release. Step the right foot backwards. And I'm going to be in a three-legged plank pose. I'm going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot, and either with your knees or full expression of it, Chaturanga Dandasana, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips towards the sky, and you can rest here, or you can bring your knees towards the ground, bringing your toes together and rest on child's pose. Connecting to your breath, connecting to all that you are, connecting to this present moment. And inhale, come back to tabletop position, and we're going to meet once again in downward facing dog. Inhale and lift your left leg, extending the left knee, and as you exhale, bring your knee towards your chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow. Inhale, extend the knee. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale, extend the knee. And in the next exhale, you're going to step the left foot in between your hands, drop the right knee backwards, and as you inhale, lift your chest. And we're going to go to Anjayanasana. So just really dropping and sinking in all of your weight, extending your psoas and your hip flexor. Just make sure that your left knee is on top of the left ankle. Interlace your fingers behind your back and open up your chest. Look up towards the sky. I'm going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Frame your left foot. Curl your right toes underneath and lift your right knee away from the ground. Inhale and just really root in with your left foot. Release the hands away from the ground. Palms of your hands look and face towards the ground. And keep lifting and lengthening through your spine as if you want to go. Someone's pulling you forward, but you're not really sinking in and just like resting your chest on your quad. What's really it's activated is your leg. You're really engaging your core. And as you inhale, lift your arms up. Warrior 1 with balance, a variation of it. So keep trying to plug in towards the ground. Your right heel, really lifting and extending your knee. Your right knee and bending your left knee. And on the next exhale, we're going to switch it up to Warrior 2. So keep bending your left knee. Toes now face forward of your right foot. And keep sinking in your hips. And as you exhale, interlace your fingers. And on the next exhale, bring the crown of your head towards the ground. Feel the heaviness of your crown, wanting to root towards the ground. And also your arms. They're really heavy behind your back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up. And we're going to frame the left foot. You're going to leave the right hand in front of the left foot. And as you inhale, lift your left arm towards the sky into a twisted runner's lunge. So really engaging your core to twist, really plugging in and rooting through your right hand in order to root, to rise, in order to really engage and feel your core. And as you exhale, frame your left foot, step it backwards, but just extending your leg, don't place it yet towards the ground. 3-legged plank pose. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring the left foot towards the ground. You can either drop your knees and do a half chaturanga, or the full expression of it, bending your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. You can rest on your downward facing dog or bring your knees towards the ground. Bring your toes together and forehead towards the ground. Child's pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your hips away from the ground. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. You're going to start walking your feet towards your hands. Swing very slow moves, very slow steps. We're gonna place the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and just feel how you can transfer the weight to your feet, kind of like lifting the hands away from the mat, and then towards your hands, lifting your heels. We're gonna do this for 5, 4, 3, use your breath, 2, and 1, and lift up, rolling, rolling, rolling your spine. Nice thing that comes up is your head. And as you inhale, you're gonna bring the right knee. I'm gonna just switch so you can see, I'll face forward. Bring the right knee towards your chest and extend your right knee. We're gonna hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee towards the chest, hug your knee, and bring your forehead towards your knee. Look something that's unmoving. Focus your gaze there. Keep breathing. Keep engaging and rooting through your left leg. And as you exhale, start kicking backwards your right leg. You're gonna enter into warrior 3. So squaring your hips. Now flex your feet, flex your foot, your right foot, maybe hands on prayer position in front of your heart, or maybe you wanna extend your arms forward. Whatever helps you keep your balance, just keep it there. And we're gonna start doing little pulses with that leg. So you're gonna go for 10, 9, 8, it comes from the glute, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back to center. Release your hands and feel the difference from the one side of the other, closing your eyes, noticing the sensations on your left leg, noticing the sensations on the right side of the body, without judging, just noticing it. And now we go towards the other side. So now lift and bring close to your chest your left knee, lengthen your spine, and now extend your left knee forward. You're gonna hold it here for 5, 4, pointing your toes, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bend your knee, hug your knee or grab your knee with both hands and bring it closer to your chest. Keep rooting yourself, rooting to rise, spreading your toes of your left foot, and now bring your forehead towards your left knee. Bring your gaze and focus on something that's not moving in the ground. Keep rooting to rise. 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, start kicking backwards your left foot, flexing your left foot, extending the left knee, and either keeping your hands in a prayer position in front of your heart space or extending your arms. We're gonna go into the full expression of warrior 3. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a little pulses there. 10, 9, kicking up towards the sky. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, come back to center. Release, bring your hands next to your hips and notice the difference between one side and the other. Keep breathing. Gonna hold it there, close your eyes. Bring one hand towards your belly and the other one towards your heart space. And open up your eyes. And this is where we're gonna start using before we go to relaxation. We're gonna do a little bit more of core work. So this is where we use the blanket. It's nothing too crazy, and I rather to focus more on the quality than the quantity. So what we're basically are gonna be doing, and if you don't have a blanket, I'll give you some options. So options, but try to really to use an have a blanket. It'll be fun, I promise, and you'll really get to feel your core. That's the reason why I love working also with the blankets and these types of exercises. This will really strengthen your core. So we're gonna go into a high plank, placing your hands and sliding the blanket backwards. And now as you inhale, you're gonna bring the blanket close to your hands, and as you exhale, push it backwards again to high plank. We're gonna go do 5 of those. 5. So I'll give you time to grab your blanket. Just really feel how you're gonna engage your core. So get ready and set on your position, making space, really spreading your fingertips apart from each other, and really feeling your fingertips. We're gonna go into our high plank. And now from high plank, you're gonna exhale and slide the blanket close to your wrists. For 5, slide it backwards. For 4, close to your wrists. Really engaging your core, slide it backwards. For 3, slide it backwards. For 2, slide it backwards. And for 1, and slide it backwards and bring your knees towards the ground. Release child's pose. Bring your forehead towards the ground. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Inhale back up. And now we're gonna do one more exercise using our forearms. So it's similar to the one that we just did. The only thing is that now we're gonna be sliding back and forth, but with our entire body. So really pretending as if we are a table, that it doesn't want to move. The movement is just sliding forward and backwards, but our hips won't move. They'll stay still, very still, and really activating glutes. If you have a block, I invite you to use the block for this one in between your thighs. Only if you have it. If not, it's fine, forget about it. Just pretend that you have an imaginary block in between your thighs and really squeezing it and engaging also your glutes. So we're gonna come into our forearms and to a low plank, forearm plank. So the movement that we'll be doing is sliding backwards and forward. But if you see here, I'm not really moving my hips or my knees. So it's not this movement, not this. That's also a core exercise. That's the one that we just did before, prior to this one. But rather than do that, it's just sliding forward and backwards and really engaging the core. And that way you'll feel that difference of strength. As we're strengthening the core, we're also using our arms and shoulders. And this posture, it's really good. I really like it to do this movement and this exercise because it really engages glutes, thighs, lower back, and or abdominals, and also hip flexors. So we're gonna do 6 of those. So get ready. Go into your forearm, slide the blanket backwards, and now we're gonna slide forward for 6, for 5, slide it backwards, go out of your comfort zone and maybe push a little bit farther, 3, really engage your belly button, 2, and 1, and release, bring your knees close to your chest, feel your core. Close your eyes, breathe in. All right, and we're gonna set the blanket aside. And we're gonna come to a seated position. We're gonna play a little bit with our Navasana, boat pose. So bring your knees towards your chest. And maybe you wanna keep your knees bent. We're gonna hold it here for 10, 9, if it's too easy, maybe extend your knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna exhale and come into Navasana, the variation of Navasana, our whole body. Inhale, Navasana, boat pose. Exhale, whole body. So we're gonna lift up. Exhale, lower. Up. Exhale, lower. We're gonna do like this 5 more. So 5, boat pose. Exhale. 6, inhale up. Exhale, hollow body. 7. Exhale, lower. We're gonna go 4 more. 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2. And 1. And release and bring your knees towards your chest. And just rock towards one side and the other. Just feeling your core. And bring your arms, extend your arms, align with your shoulders, and drop the knees towards one side. And look above your left shoulder, dropping your knees towards the right side, feeling that nice twist and stretch on your lower back and your core. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And towards the other side, bring your knees towards your chest. And as you exhale, drop them towards the left. And look above your right shoulder, feeling that nice twist on your lower back. On your chest. Just feeling how you're really squeezing your spine. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, hug your knees. Bring your forehead towards your knees. And start rocking back and forth. All the way until we come into a seated position. Extend your knees. Inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana, giving a nice stretch to your lower back, to your hamstrings, feeling that stretch on your hamstrings as well. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your chest. And now you're gonna bend your right knee and bring your right hand towards the inside part, so in the arch of your right foot, and kick it forward, really extending your right elbow and rounding your spine. So I'm gonna go sideways so you can see. We're not gonna really extend. This is the time that we're not gonna be lengthening through the spine, but rather rounding your back and really kicking that foot forward, kicking your hand forward, feeling that nice stretch in between your shoulder blades. We're gonna hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and we're gonna go for the other side. So just bend your right knee, leave it there, and bring your left arm towards your inside part of your left foot, and start kicking forward, rounding your spine, feeling the stretch on your upper back. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Bring your knuckles together. Seated in a comfortable seated position. Bring your knuckles together. And just keeping your knuckles together and don't let them separate. Extend your elbows so movement comes all the way from your heart space forward. Extend your elbows and keep your knuckles together. And we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just move your wrists inwards and outwards as if you're giving a gift, and then you're taking it back and you're making like a flower with your hands and just really releasing any sort of tension. We put a lot of pressure into our wrists today, so just releasing, relaxing them, just let them loose. Hug your knees, bring your forehead towards your knees. And slowly start lowering all the way onto your forehead. Spread your feet mat width apart and windshield wipe your knees towards one side and towards the other. Just releasing any tension on your lower back. And as you get ready, start extending your knees. We're going to start entering into our Shavasana. Feel free to do whatever posture you need to do before entering into Shavasana. Listen to your body. Remember, this is your practice. Make it your own. Perhaps you might want to do a happy baby, halasana, so whatever your body's asking for you to do. I invite you to be intuitive, to listen to your body's needs. Perhaps you want to enter already to your Shavasana. Just closing your eyes if you're in Shavasana already. Not keep enjoying your last posture before Shavasana. Closing your eyes, if you're doing your last posture, start coming out of it and entering your final posture, the most important one of all. Here is where we absorb the practice, where we take and just cultivate and make part of us all the benefits for each and one of the postures that we did today. So really embracing it all. Really feeling and being present in the moment in your Shavasana. Release the skin in your forehead. Let your tongue float inside your mouth. Relax the skin in your head. And just really feel really heavy and visualize yourself that you are at the beach right now. And you're leaving the footprint of your body in the sand as you sink in, as it's holding you. Feel the earth supporting your body. Feel the earth supporting you, your energy. Feel the gravity pulling you towards the ground. Feel your energy, feel your gratitude for being here. Feel the moment and the space. Feel the space that you take up with your body and your energy. Forgetting that you are this physical body, but rather you are light and you are love. You are light. You are love. Love is your true essence. It's your birthright. Feel every cell in your body, how it's made up out of love, and how they vibrate as you breathe, as you feel this energy, healing and positive energy within you. Now very slowly start coming back to the present moment. Feeling your body, feeling your breath. And slowly start moving your toes, your fingers. If you want to stay longer in your Shavasana, please go ahead and do so. You can stay as long as you want, if not, just follow along. Start moving your wrists and your ankles and your legs and your arms, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your arms above your head and stretch from the tip of your toes to your fingertips as if you just woke up. And slowly start bringing your knees towards your chest and hug them. And let yourself sink into whichever side your body's asking for you to do so today, keeping your eyes closed. And very slowly start coming back to a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands towards your knees. Observing the energy, observing if anything changed. after the class, after you first stepped into the mat until this moment without judging. And as you inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky, bring your palms together, bring the palms of your hands in front of your forehead. May your thoughts be thoughts of consciousness and wisdom towards your lips. May you always speak words of kindness and compassion. And may you bring your hands towards your heart space. May you give and receive the freedom and the love that you deserve. From my heart to yours, with all my love and all my light, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you really enjoyed the class. And I see you